Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to write your first Arduino program and see it run. To start with, you will need one Arduino, one LED light, and a winning mentality. First, you need to download the Arduino IDE software from the Arduino website. But once you have it and you open the website, this is essentially how your sketch will look like. It's empty. So your setup loop is what happens once in your program. So it only runs when the program is started once, and then it jumps the void loop, and then it keeps looping again. So it runs continuously. But in this case, we're just going to try to turn on an LED. So in this case, this particular LED. Well, notice how the LED itself has two pins, a long pin and a short pin. The long pin is positive and the short pin is negative. So first things first, let's connect the Arduino to our USB port, and usually it should light up to show that it has power. And you go into your IDE, you go to Tools, you see your board. My board is already connected to Arduino Uno, and the port is already connected. Alternatively, you can also connect your port from here, but mine is already connected, so I'll leave it the way it is. And let's write our code. So in these microprocessors, you normally have pins, and you can see they're labeled here. So these are called digital pins. These are called analog pins, but that's a story for another day. So they're labeled from 0 to 13. Let's use 9 for this example. So let's say we start writing our code. We tell the Arduino what it is. So we say what pin 9 is. So when it starts, that's the code that only runs once because in setup loop, we say pin mode. The pin is 9. And what is it? Is it an input or an output? It's an output because we want to turn on an LED. We want to supply current to the LED, to the LED, sorry. And then that's it. I'm going to add a comment here just because good practice. I'm going to say init pin mode, pin 9 to output. So now pin 9 is an output. This stuff in green is a comment. The MCU doesn't run that. That's for you to understand it, or other users or readers to understand your code better. And then your void loop, what do we want to do? We want to digital write pin 9 high. What does this do? It turns, sorry, to include a comment, you need 2 slashes. Turn pin 9 high. Again, the stuff in green is only for you. The MCU doesn't see that. And then we add a delay because we want it to be on, let's say, for 500 milliseconds. When you add a delay, the number in the bracket is always in milliseconds. So 500 milliseconds is essentially half a second. Add a delay, so it keeps it on for 500 milliseconds, and then we digital write pin number 9 to low. Digital pins can only be low or high, so either on or off, where low is off and high is on. So we say, sorry, my bad. So we say turn pin. Actually, I'm gonna write LED because that's what it is essentially. We're gonna connect to LED. The 9 low or off. And then we add a delay because we want to keep it off for another 500 milliseconds. Okay, and just like that, that's your first program. And if we click on update, you'll see some lights going on. You see, I've made a mistake here, which is I've misspelled digital right. Rookie mistake. Oh man, update this. When you see this, it means your code is updating and says done uploading. There you go, but there's nothing connected for us to see at the moment. So I'm going to unplug this. I'm going to use a breadboard for this case. I'm going to put my LED in there. Pin number 9 will go again. to the long side, to the positive of the LED, and the lower one will go to ground as per the schematic. I think in the schematic is this ground, but all the grounds are connected, so we can use any of them. And then we plug it in, it's going to run our setup loop, and then it's going to keep running our void loop. So what we're expecting is for it to keep going on, stay on for 500 milliseconds, and go off for 500 milliseconds. So there you go. Now, what we can do, we can also increase the time it's on. So let's say if I want to increase it for, let's say 1 second. So for 1 second, it's going to stay on, and it's going to go off and stay off for 500 milliseconds. Let's see the change. I'll put in the code, and as you can see. Now let's say if I want to make it, if I want to add another LED. So let's say I want them to alternate like a siren or siren-ish. So I have to initialize another pin. So if I go pin mode 8, output, so initialize pin 8 to output, and then when we write pin 9 high, we want pin 8 low. So what we can do digital write pin number 8 low. And then we add a delay for 1 second. Actually, we'll change it back to 500 milliseconds. I think it looks better. And then when we write pin 9 low, we want pin 8 high. This will turn on the other LED. And I'm going to flash my code. And I will remove programming cable. I will connect another LED. Well, in the breadboard, you can see, or you should know, that all of these rows are connected to ground because this is connected to ground. That's how breadboard connections work. So the shorter pin goes to ground, and the bigger pin, because we initialize it to pin 8, has to go to pin 8. So for in this case, it goes straight to pin 8, and voila. Sorry, this is not working. I think it must be an old LED that I've fried. Let's try with another one. There you go. So it's alternating, as you can see. And yeah, I hope this video provides a basic understanding of how the Arduino code works. And if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I can't wait to hear from you guys. This is what you guys want to see next, and I want to know how this video worked for you. And I'll see you in the next one.